You actually have to see me take it out of the box for you to believe that this is an unboxing. Here in front of you, you have the box in which it came in. If you need reference to see how big the box is, here it is. I have the specs in the back. Okay. And it's by the CoolLife company that you might have seen on Amazon.com. This is the product, and in case you are an environmentalist, you will have some styrofoam inside that keeps your package safe. It will keep the package sturdy. It will stick around on the planet for a very long time if you care about those things, but it will also keep this product from arriving to your doorstep undamaged. So here it is from the CoolLife company. And when you get it, you might say to yourself, oh my goodness, they forgot to include the other two pieces of luggage. If you got the set, right? They sell it in a set of, they sell it in a three-piece set. So you get the 28-piece one, you get the 28-inch one, you get the 28-inch one, the 24-inch one, and the 20-inch one. But if you're looking around and you're asking around the post office or the Amazon man, where's the other piece of luggage? I thought I ordered 3 of them. Well, be prepared to not get 3 boxes, 2 separate boxes. But the way that CoolLife has packaged this product is by placing every smaller piece of luggage inside the one size. So the 24 inches inside the 28 and the 20 inches inside the 24. So there it is. And what makes this unique, besides the color, right? It has a rating of more than 4.6 out of 5 stars on Amazon. And this 3-piece set will cost you $169 on a good day. You'll see they have a variety of colors. It comes in as many colors as you may want. Just pick a color, they probably have it, except for gold and perhaps silver. Those sometimes take a little bit more pigmentation, a lot of dust to make those colors happen. But a reason why people pick it is because of the color. As you see, this is a bright yellow color. So if you go to the airport and you are surrounded by a lot of black bags or a lot of dark blue bags, something like this will stick out. Now, if you think that brighter bags or luggage gets stolen quicker, then perhaps you'll stay away from something like this. So immediately you see it has a hard shell and this company sticker telling you to return it up to 2 years if you have any issues with it. So this comes with a 2-year warranty, but it also asks that if you want to purchase a 3-year warranty, after the 2-year warranty runs out, it'll be $30, and if you get the 4-year warranty, it'll be $40. And of course, they make it look like it's a little cheaper by sliding back a few dollars so it won't look so expensive. But yes, it's $30 for the 3-year warranty and $40 for the 4 years extra protection. And once we take the sticker out, you see they're advertising that in the bottom it has 4 wheels that rotate 360 degrees. And it also has a handle that comes up, and the handles are covered in this plastic to protect it. So aside from being easily visible and being a color that you might want, right? If you grew up in the 80s or the 70s, they didn't have a great selection of luggage. They had a great selection, but not variety in color. So another thing you'll notice about this is that it will have a handle on it. So let's say, I don't know, you're somewhere and you're using the handle, which is in the back right here, and you just press down on this button and it lifts, right? About another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about another 6, 7 inches. Another piece of plastic, beautiful for the environment, but it protects the product. And there you'll have it. So let's say you're rolling around with it in the airport, let's say after the airport, you're in the street, you're on an unpaved road, like Philadelphia, who's famous for their potholes, as well as their Philly cheesesteaks, probably more the potholes than the Philly cheesesteaks at this point. Where does the money go? We don't know. But let's say you're rolling over a pothole and you don't want to damage it, or you just don't want to stay there stuck, or perhaps there's a puddle of water and you don't want to test it. This piece of luggage has a handle on the side over here, which you can carry it up to your car, to your limo, to your auto rickshaw, if you're in Indonesia or India someplace. A piece of plastic over here. You can pick it up, you can lift it. And underneath this handle, there's a piece of rubber for example, to preserve the integrity of your fingers. The calluses will not form as quickly because there's a piece of rubber. It's nice. So after batting practice, you might put your batting uniform in here and your baseball uniform, and it won't do any damage to your fingers if you worry about that kind of thing. If you're from the boomer generation, you don't worry about that. If you're a generation X, you don't worry about that. And another thing you'll find out by looking right at the side of this luggage, the suitcase, is that you have 3 numbers. And those numbers are going to be the combination which you will pre-program before you go to the airport, before you check this bag in. And the way it works is it has a TSA lock here, and these two, right? These 2 zippers, you press this button here on the side, and then it'll latch on and it'll lock. The combination you will set yourself. By default, the 3 numbers that the big suitcase is going to be set to is 000. Okay, keep that in mind. Say it again. 000. The more you say it, the more you remember. That's the default combination that this lock has on this suitcase, the 28-inch one, 000. And once you have those numbers inputted, you're going to press down on that number right there. And once you press down on this button to the left of the numbers, to the left of the numbers, then the zippers will become free. So it kind of just like a lock on your door. It fastens the zippers, and once you put the combination in, just press that button, and then the zippers will become free. Once you get it open, it's advised, unless you want to leave it at 000 and just easier to remember, but then everybody will be able to get inside your luggage and steal your valued baseball cards and your baseball uniform. You are going to want to change that combination. Now, the way you change that combination is you're going to have a small button at the top. You're going to press it, and it's so small, and it's also the same color as the plastic surrounding the lock. So you might want to get a flashlight. You could even use a flashlight on your phone, and you'll press it down, and that will make it ready to reset. Once that button is down and ready to reset, you are going to manually change the codes to whatever numbers, whatever 3 numbers you want. From New York, you might want to put 212, 646, 718, 914, depending on where you are, Westchester, Long Island, New York City, 917. But of course, you want to put something that's other people won't easily remember or try to figure out. But it's up to you. It's 3 numbers. I also advise with this lock, even though it has its own lock, that you have your own TSA lock that you can put through the small holes that the zippers have, just for a little extra protection. Okay, it doesn't hurt to be a little extra safe when it comes to your personal possessions, even if they're not as valuable as you would like. You packed for 5 days of underwear, and now someone stole 1 pair. I mean, now you have a lot less clean underwear. So now that it's open, and once you program the lock, you are going to just press the side. It's going to be locked in, button on the side, and that's it. So and from then on out, unless you reset it again, you will have that new combination code that you put in. So let's open it. Let's get this open. It's nice wheels spinning here. doesn't this just make you feel like traveling when you have a nice looking bag like this one, a nice looking piece of hard case luggage? You might want to put some camera equipment in there. You might want to throw a lens in there that you don't want to put in a softer bag, or maybe even not in a carry-on, so you can check in. And just to keep in mind, this 28-inch luggage suitcase that we have here is not a carry-on bag. It's not going to be allowed in the cabin with you. So the other sizes will, but this one will not. So you'll have to check this one in. So inside of this one is like those dolls you had when you were a kid. Here's a smaller one. Let's move this one out of the way for a second. Let's stand it up, and it is very light. I just want to let you know it's very light, and again, it has more protective material inside of it. Whenever your recycling day is, just know that they're going to have a lot to work with. The inside looks like this. Okay? And it has a compartment that you can put a lot of loose items that you want to make easy to find. Maybe your toothbrush, maybe your toothpaste, maybe a small knife, some kind of lantern, something that can't go into the overhead bin and that can't go in the cabin, ready to check in inside here. So this is how much space you'll have again. Let me just show you. For those of you who are undecisive whether to get this or not. And here's the back. Here it is on the ground. And it's very light. So I don't know about the durability. If you check the scores on Amazon, the rating that had the least score, the lesser score for this, was around the durability, which received a 4.1. And that could be for a lot of reasons. It could be because of customer mishandling, but it also can be because, you know, it's surrounded by a lot of other luggage in the airport. And also, you know, a lot of the people who work at the airport, God bless them, they do a good job most of the time. But some people just toss your luggage as hard as they can. As you've seen in some clips online, they just don't care as much for your product as you would like for them to care about it. And for whatever reason, but just keep that in mind. If you're thinking about durability, can you spend more and get a heavier and a more secure feeling piece of luggage that is heavier? Yes, you can. But if you are just into something that you can spot easier, maybe you don't want it to last 20 years, maybe you're okay if it just lasts 3 years or 4 years or 5 years, maybe even a little more. Here it is. Maybe you just want something to throw in the back of the car. Maybe it's not even for the airport. Maybe you just wanted to move things around locally. Maybe you have some kombucha business that you want to sell. I think this will do the job fine. So let's put this one to the side for a second. And the second size down is the 24-inch. And again, you know the drill. It comes with a protective film around it. Little plastic. Okay, little plastic. How do you feel about your supermarket in a city near you doing away with plastic? Do you prefer the paper bags that break on the way out? Do you prefer the plastic bags that they used to give you and we just used to save them for garbage bags when we needed them? How do you feel? Do you think that this is something that we need to bring back to supermarkets? So again, 24-inch. Of course, describing you what it does, describing to you that, you know, please rate. A lot of these companies depend on ratings, right? Just like if you were selling something, if you wanted people to watch, just like this video, if you like it, like it. If you dislike it, well, still like it anyway. And we hope that you get something from it. Now you learned something that you didn't before, and that you didn't know before. So if you like this bag, if you see that it's a good product, yeah, go ahead and review it, recommend it. I really can't write a full review on it yet because I still have not used it for any intention. This is mostly an unboxing, but I also want to do a spotlight, introspective unboxing of this product, because sometimes before you buy something, you just don't know what it looks like, you don't know what it does or the functionality of it. So here at the bottom, it has 4 pads that you can rest on something so it won't slip. Let's say that. And here are the wheels moving freely. And in case you're wondering, it does not have a powerful smell. I know by law, for example, in California, they're supposed to warn the customer if it has anything that can lead to cancer. I have not seen that label on here yet. Doesn't mean that it's not there. It just means that I haven't inspected it that thoroughly yet. But in case you're wondering about the smell when you open it, it's not going to overpower you. It doesn't mean it's not there. It just means that you can't smell it. I can't smell it, at least. And so this one is already set to 000. And just to keep in mind, in all fairness, with the big one, it was set to 000, and it's supposed to open right away. I saw another customer online complain that it wasn't opening for him on the default on 000. He was correct. I also had a little issue when it got to 000. I got to put it on 000, and it didn't open right away. That's what was on the 28-inch one that I just showed you before. For whatever reason, the first time didn't take, the second time didn't take. I had to play with that a little bit for it to actually open. And then I just moved it around, moved the numbers up, I moved them down. I did it again, it still didn't open. I would say possibly around the 4th time, it then opened. That's another reason why I believe that you might benefit from getting an extra TSA lock and not using the lock that's provided with this suitcase, but use a TSA lock that you've purchased yourself for a combination, and don't use that one, and just use that one, to the one that you purchased yourself, to keep your luggage secure. Just an FYI. Another reason why you might want to do that, if you're late for your plane and you need to, for whatever reason, get inside your suitcase, and now you're in line and you can't get the code open, it might be a red flag. It might be the difference between you making the plane and you not making the plane, but try to leave a little earlier anyway. And here's the 24-inch one. I'm gonna open it. And by the way, of this 3-piece set, the 24-inch and the 20-inch are the only ones as part of this set that are allowed in the cabin as a carry-on. So just keep that in mind. The 28-inch is not. I repeat again, the 28-inch is not. It's not going to fit in that bin. It's not going to fit overhead. It's not going to fit under, under your seat. And the flight attendant is going to tell you that too. So just to save you a little time. And also some searches online, because I've seen people search and they're asking, is a 28-inch allowed as a carry-on? And some people say, yes, it is. I'm telling you, no, it's not. Just look at the size of this. It's not going to fit up there. They're going to tell you no. And if you get there, you might charge you a little more or a lot more because you tried to do it. And the other thing is, if you look online and you just do a search, carry-on luggage 28-inch, the 28-inch is going to come up automatically. Is it going to say like, yes, you can purchase it and it's available to check in? But no, I'm letting you know now, just from the dimensions that are allowed online and the customers that are reviewing the products, they're letting you know. Don't try to come in with a 28-inch. Use the 24-inch as the maximum size and the 20-inch as the second option. So here it is. Throw away some more of these recyclables. Greta Thunberg will be pissed. More of these. And in case you don't want to throw it out, you don't want to have so much waste, you might use it as some kind of project for school or something like that. And you'll have enough cardboard to do that. So here is the 24-inch, which might be perfect for just a few days of travel. The first one, the 28-inch, is recommended for anywhere from 7 to 9 days of travel. This one is recommended anywhere from 4 to 6 days of travel, which might be perfect for a lot of you. And again, it comes with this smaller compartment here. It also comes with this snap-on, right, to keep your things stable and steady. This is a 24-inch. Let's see. Let's zip it up. Let's get out of here. We got to get out of town. It's getting too hot. Let's go to a beach. Let's go to a mountain. Let's go somewhere cold. Wherever you want to go. Let's go camping. So that's the second one. And the last one is the smallest one, which might be perfect for everyday use. If you just have a few things to carry around with you. From 1 to 3 days, you're staying someplace. You're going to grandma's house. And she said, why don't you come over for a few days? And this might be as much as you need. A couple pairs of jeans, a couple shirts. Again, information you have on it. And I like that it's easily detachable. They didn't staple it on there with anything. It's just extra paper telling you to review it and explaining to you a little bit about their company. And this one, this lock, easily opened, which is a blessing in disguise. Nothing worse than when you get a product right away, something is wrong with it. Of course, you have experience with that already, right? That's why if you're going to purchase a product like this, you have 30 days to return it. Amazon makes it easier to return. Keep in mind, if you buy something like this on eBay, you might get a good price. But as well, you know, once if something's not working, you try to return that on eBay, you have to go through a longer process. You got to print your label. You got to find the packaging for this, and you got to take it back to the post office, which is why a lot of times why Amazon wins. And sometimes that window of returning it on eBay has expired. They'll remind you when there's the product expiration date is going to come to return it. But many times, let's face it, if you're throwing away the package, now you got to find another one. Now you got to print the label. Now you got to take it back to the post office. And let's be honest, the way the post office is run, a lot of people don't want to go to the post office. So that's why Amazon is winning when it comes to returning products and also when purchasing products, and people don't give eBay a lot of chances for that reason. Yes, post office, you have to do better. So this is the smaller one, the 20-inch one, also admitted on flight with you. You still decide to take it. And here it is open. Get ready for more recyclables. And there it is. Not many recyclables, just some crystallized gel to keep it fresh. And I like this over here. It has an attached compartment for small storage. So those are the 3 sizes that are available. And if someone wants purple, they have purple. If someone wants blue, they have blue. If someone wants yellow, whatever color that you want, they have available. And as you remember, every size fits inside of a bigger size. So this is what you're going to be getting. So let's see, we just remove this plastic so I won't have to do it at a later date. And Amazon, no, they're not paying me for this, but you know when an easy purchase is something that you did. And again, inspect it. That's what we're doing now. If something's not right, so you want to spin it around, you might want to drag it, right? Take the handle, see, okay, we gotta go get the plane. Oh, wrong gate, just switch the gate. Oh, we're gonna have to be waiting for a long time. One thing I would not do with this suitcase that you might be able to do, but I just wouldn't recommend it, is sit on the suitcase just as a seat because it doesn't look that strong that you are able to do that. Why would you do that anyway? I don't know. Maybe there's no more seats available, or maybe you just want a seat next to the charging port at the airport so you could charge your phone, you could watch your favorite movies. But, well, maybe you just need to look up your ticket. But here it is. Some people have complained about the zipper being detached. And again, I don't know how long this will last for long periods of time, but if it's just a quick trip, I would put my faith that it's going to last. Let's say, oh, I'm just going for a couple of trips, maybe 4, over a short period of time, right? Just get to the place, most likely you're just going to leave it there for a long time. And I would say the one you have to worry the most about is the bigger one, because that's the one that they throw all over the place. And if you're switching airports, you know, they're unloading, they're loading, they're taking things out of the plane, putting it back on the plane. A lot of different people and a lot of different moods and attitudes that are going to handle your luggage. So let's not remove human responsibility when saying how, you know, how long a product lasts. Because sometimes, just depending, you get somebody who just doesn't want to respect your property, they just throw it, they're just trying to get home, they're just trying to, for whatever reason, they're having a bad day. And then you get busted luggage. And that's a lot of the pictures that you'll see online. Now, that's something that the company has to consider too, because when designing a product like this, you also have to take into consideration human error, meaning, or human responsibility, meaning that you are going to run into potholes, you are going to run into rough terrain, you are going to sometimes put a lot more pressure on the handle. Does the handle feel very strong? No, it doesn't. If it has, right now it's very light because it has nothing in it, but I'm not going to handle this as light as possible. I'm going to treat it with respect, but I'm not going to trust that I'm never going to run into rough terrain, bumps, that it's never going to rain, that I'll have to go through small areas of mud, but you try to avoid it as much as possible. And this handle, how does it work if it's full, you know, let's say 60, 50 pounds inside of here, will it act the same? Will it start coming apart after a few uses? Things that are to be expected. It's a bright color, so it's going to be nicked. So every time it's nicked, you're going to have some kind of scratch on it, and you're going to start seeing black marks on it. That's normal for anything. Even if you have a colorful scooter, even if you have a new car, eventually, especially if you live in the city and people are parking all sorts of ways and not being very careful, you're going to get some marks in your car. Especially if you have a black car, everything will show. This is a bright color, everything will show on this. I like that the company put some faith in this product. So this might be something that will be a positive for you, a pro for you. It's that it comes with a 2-year warranty. With that 2-year warranty, that means that you can contact the company, and if it has any problem, you can contact them and they will replace it. Don't know if they'll use a new one or if they'll use a renewed or refurbished one, but it's a good selling point. It's a good way for a company to show we believe in our product. Not only because usually colorful products like this, especially in the 90s and the 80s, they were more of a novelty thing. They weren't expected to last. So they didn't give you much of a warranty, maybe 7 days at most. But then they'll exchange it for the money that you paid for it for another product. But a 2-year warranty is good. Now, $30 for a 3-year warranty, it's pretty reasonable, but it also leads me to believe that maybe after 3 years, something could go wrong with this product. And that's nothing out of the ordinary for most companies. Most companies will give you at least a 2-year, 1-year warranty because, you know, they don't make products how they used to. And a lot of it's because us as the customers, we want things that are lighter, that are more convenient. But with that, you have to expect sometimes that things will break sooner. I don't know. I don't know how compromising you are with those things. So we already checked the interior. We checked the lock. And like I explained to you in the beginning, right? It rotates fine. The lock is fine. It's a good addition to this. So you don't have to worry about an extra lock if you don't want to. But the reason I said that you might want an extra lock is because this one was a little tricky to get open. By tricky, it means it wasn't opening with the 3 zeros in the beginning. So now it is, but before it just wasn't moving. And 000, of course, we know is the default code for this luggage. All right? There's no smell, which for me, I'm sensitive to smells. It's a positive. But even sometimes, even if you don't smell it, you'll start feeling something in your throat. And just because you can't smell something doesn't mean that it's not emitting into the atmosphere. So keep that in mind. It could also be from the plastic, from the styrofoam, from whatever else. If you have respiratory issues. The handle, it's a good plus over here. They didn't rely solely on the wheels, which are smooth. All right, suspension, I would say, is not applicable. That's another thing that some people look for. It's not applicable on this, but it's a smooth ride. I would carry it when I go to stairs, if possible. If you're able to do that, carry it. I don't know how strong the wheels are, but you don't want to test it on a long flight or a trip, that's going to be over rocks, or just if you can, and you haven't packed too heavy, carry it when possible. What else can I say about this? Oh yeah, if you're interested in saving money, right? Who's not interested in saving money? There's some days, like I think Amazon just had super deal days or Amazon week or something like that. They call it a special name for it. Sometimes on top of the deal that they offer, when you go to CoolLife site itself, they also have an additional $20 coupon that you can apply to your basket, to your cart, before you actually check out. So keep in mind that. And also you might have some credit from other products that you returned that instead of getting your money back, uses credit. So something that costs $160, you might end up paying $90 for. So just keep that in mind. What else can I say? That's pretty much it. If anything else, yeah, just play with the lock a little bit, just so you won't be caught out there in the airport, especially on the big one. The warranty. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Well, that's been the unboxing and the spotlight of the CoolLife 3-piece luggage that retails for about $169, but it will be a lot less with the coupons that you get and depending on when you get it. And especially for this time of the summer where a lot of people are looking to go someplace, right? It might be a last minute thing. If you're going to get it as soon as you can, because especially with something big like this, or when they're having a promotion, you know that they have, instead of next day delivery, even if they have 2-day delivery, it can range from a 3-day. So instead of, if today was the 15th and tomorrow is the 16th and they say next day delivery, they give you a range from the 17th to, let's say, the 23rd. Right? This usually arrives earlier, but get it on time to avoid any kind of delays, especially if you have a trip that's close enough to the later date. Okay, so thank you. If you have any questions about this product or any review that you would like to see thoroughly, feel free to contact me through email, and let's see what we can work on. Thank you for watching this video. Like, share, subscribe, tell someone about it, so we can continue to grow this channel and give in thorough investigations about companies that are not doing what they're supposed to do, products that are not working. Here we are on the side of the consumer, and fairness from both sides. And also, we believe here that an informed consumer is a better consumer. And the more you know about a product, the better choices you can make, just like in life. See you soon. Bye.